Okay, welcome to your fourth lesson of Geography Year 4. We're going to be looking at what are Italy's main physical features. We're going to start with knowing more, remembering more, as we usually do. So question number 1. The north of Italy has a Mediterranean climate. Is that true or false? The north of Italy has a Mediterranean climate. Is that true or false? Question 2. Which two options best describe a Mediterranean climate? Which two options, so you need to pick two, best describes a Mediterranean climate? Is it hot, dry summers, hot, wet summers, cold, dry winters, or mild, wet winters? You need to pick two of those. Question 3. What word is used to describe the climate in the mountainous northern regions of Italy? What word is used to describe the climate in the mountainous northern regions of Italy? Question 4. What are the names of the two islands in Italy? What are the names of the two islands in Italy? I'm going to give you a few moments to work through those questions. If you need more time, I suggest you pause the video now. Okay. The answers. The north of Italy has a Mediterranean climate. That is false. The north of Italy, if you remember, has an alpine climate. Question 2. The two options which best describe a Mediterranean climate were hot, dry summers and mild, wet winters. Question 3. The word which is used to describe the climate in the mountainous northern regions of Italy is alpine. And question 4. The names of the two islands in Italy are Sardinia and Sicily. So well done if you got those correct. Moving on to our learning objectives. Your first one is to know and name the key physical features of Italy. Second one is to identify and locate Italy's physical features on a map. The third one is to describe the distinctive physical features of Italy. Some vocabulary, so some key words that you should already know. We've already had a look at these, is Mediterranean, peninsula, islands, region, mountainous, and alpine. And some key words which you are going to meet is river, lakes, mountains, volcanoes, valley, and coastlines. Your first task, you have got some images there on the left, some lovely looking images of Italy, and you have got physical features on the right. Now you need to match these physical features to the images on the left. The physical features which you have is number 1, a moving flowing stream of water. Number 2, an area of high ground with steep sides. Number 3, a low area between hills or mountains. Number 4, a body of water surrounded by land. Number 5, land bordering the sea. And number 6, a vent in the Earth's surface through which molten rock erupts. So I'm going to give you a few moments to do that. You need to pause the video, give yourself a chance to match those definitions to the pictures of those key features. Off you go. Okay, if you still need more time, pause this video. I'm going to move on to the answers now. Number 1, a moving flowing stream of water is a river, and you can see our river there. Number 2, an area of high ground of steep sides is our mountain. We can see that high ground and those steep sides of those mountains. Number 3, a low area between hills or mountains is our valley. We can see this low area with all the hills and mountains surrounding it. Number 4 is lake, a body of water surrounded by land. And we can see that body of water there surrounded by the land. Number 5, land bordering the sea. We know that land bordering the sea is our coastline, which we can see here. This is the land bordering that lovely blue sea. Number 6, a vent in the Earth's surface through which molten rock erupts is, of course, a volcano. So well done if you managed to get 6 out of 6. That's brilliant. So what do we already know about the physical features of Italy? We've had a look at peninsula, mountainous, islands, and the boot-shaped peninsula. I'm going to remind us what these features are. So peninsula is surrounded by water on 3 sides connected to the mainland. So it's land which is surrounded by water 3 sides. Now we can see that Italy is surrounded on 1, 2, and 3 sides there. And at the top there in the north, it's connected to the mainland. We have mountainous. Now mountainous, the clue is in the name. It's a mountain range in the north. So it's areas where there's a lot of mountains. So we've got a lot of mountainous areas in Italy at the north. Islands. We've got 2 large islands in Italy. We have Sardinia and we have Sicily. and a boot-shaped peninsula. Italy is famous for looking a little bit like a boot. So if you have a look at it this way, you can see the toes will be down here and the hill is up there. And that's how we can find Italy on a map, because it looks like a boot. What do you think that this image shows about Italy's terrain? Have a little think. I'm going to give you a few moments. Okay, so this is a relief map and it shows the highland, so mountains and hills, and the lowland, the valleys, through different colours. So we can see, what do you think Italy has more of? I'm going to give you a moment. What does Italy have more of? I think. If you need some time, you can pause the video. Okay, so Italy is mainly mountainous. So there's a lot of mountainous areas in Italy. It has two mountain ranges, the Dolomites, which is part of the Alps, as you can see up here, and the Apennines. It has some plains, which are vast expanses of flat land, such as Po Valley, and it has vast coastlines around the peninsula. So there's a lot of coastlines. Mons Bianco, which means white mountain, is the highest mountain in Italy, in the Alps, and in Western Europe, rising 4,808 meters above sea level. We can see beautiful pictures of those mountains there. We have Po Valley, which is a large agricultural region in Italy. It's a large flatland. And the River Po, which is the longest river in Italy. It's a river that flows eastward across northern Italy. Okay, we can see it here in these images. And we can see it in this map up here as well. Po there. We have quite a lot of lakes in Italy. So Italian lakes are a group of large lakes lying on the south side of the Alps in the basin of the River Po and the Mediterranean Sea. The largest lake in Italy is known as Lake Garda. We can see Lake Garda there. We can see some beautiful images of Lake Garda there as well. We have a lot of coastline, like we've mentioned. There's two different types of coastline in Italy. One is more like this top image here in Cinque in west coast of Italy, which is much more rocky, so a lot of rocky coastline. Whereas the other one is more beach-like, what we're used to, sandy beaches. These beaches are commonly found tucked away in places like Sardinia. A lot of Italy's long coastal areas are quite rugged. For example, there is Amalfi Coast and the cliffs in Cinque. There are also lots of small islands that have these little coastlines. So we can see there are a lot of rocky areas here. And there are some small islands with these kind of coastlines too. You see the difference in those two pictures. We have some volcanoes. So we've got Stromboli, which is a volcano island, so volcanic island off the coast of Sicily, which you can see here. We have Mount Vesuvius, which some of you may have heard of, which is an active volcano near Naples in Campania. And we have Mount Etna, which is an active volcano on the east coast of Italy, in Sicily. Okay, so the east coast of Sicily. You can see those three volcanoes there. Oh, there we go. There's another one of Stromboli just coming up. Okay, so your task is using an atlas or a map. You're going to have a copy of the map. You need to find these key physical features on your map. Okay, so you need to find and identify the islands, the mountain ranges, the tallest mountain, the longest river, the flat plains, and the largest lake, and the volcanoes. Okay, so to help you with that, there is a map of Italy, which you have, and we can go back through here and we can have a look and we can identify these features on our map. Okay, so all the information you need is here. So you've got some time to have a go at doing that. You've got this map here to help you. And if you're up for a challenge, okay, so you've got this to help you. You can fill in those blanks there. And for your challenge is to describe these features, physical features, describe what makes them different, perhaps to the UK. Okay, so what makes these areas different to those in the UK? So you can write a few sentences to describe each of these features and how they are different to the features we have here in the UK. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to do your sentences and to fill in these blanks here to show us where these features are. Okay, and there'll be a quiz on purple mesh for you to complete answering some questions after. So thank you, Year 4.